The aperture of a lens is essentially just a hole that controls how much light actually makes its way into the camera. Some people also call this an iris. A wider aperture, or a bigger hole, increases exposure, but it also decreases depth of field. People talk about depth of field when they're talking about background blur, but it's good to note that depth of field is talking about the section of the image that's actually in focus. So if you have a small depth of field, that means only a little bit of your image is in focus. Another way to think about it is that a faster aperture or a wider aperture increases the amount of blur in the background and in the foreground. It is good to note that the aperture is the direct input of light, so that it is controlling directly how much light is coming into the camera based on how wide or narrow it's set. If you shoot with too wide of an aperture, or what's also called a low aperture or a fast aperture, you're not going to get optimal lens performance. At either end of the lens aperture range, you're not going to have the best lens performance. It's usually somewhere in the middle that the lens is going to perform its best. If you stop down on the lens and increase your f-stop value going from f4 to f5.6 to f8 to f11 and so on, you're going to notice you're going to get more depth of field. More is going to be in focus and you're going to get less of that background and foreground blur. But if you go too far, like f22 and beyond, you'll actually not get the best performance and you'll actually lose sharpness because of something called diffraction. So somewhere in between both ends of the aperture is going to be the best spot for that lens. I always avoid auto mode for my aperture settings. I want to control my depth of field and my exposure directly, and I want to make sure I'm shooting with the best lens settings for my particular lens. So for aperture, I always use manual, something like f2.8 if I'm going for a shallower depth of field, or f5.6 or f8 if I want a little bit more depth of field. So avoid auto mode because you never know what the camera is going to do, and fixing those aperture or depth of field mistakes in post-production is a nightmare. You might be able to add in a little extra blur with Photoshop and tweak a few settings, but you're not going to be able to bring back that detail if it was blurred too much in the first place. So always shoot with a manual aperture. But keep in mind that aperture is just one setting of the three that affect the overall exposure of your image. We also have shutter speed and ISO to worry about.